Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today is a different kind of video, and I do apologise for my voice in advance. I've had a blocked nose for a while now. That's why I didn't do a video on Sunday or on Monday, because I was trying to clear it out. It's a bit better now, so we're going to do a video today simply discussing whether I personally think England can win the Euros. Now I would like to start this video by congratulating Mikey the Problem, or Mikey Mickinson, on bringing the, I think it was the world title or something like that, the global title, in his weight division back to Pompey. Fair play to you, Mikey. But also I'd like to pass my condolences on to the family and friends of AFTV Claude, who today has been announced that he's passed away. Now after sending my condolences there, without further ado, we will get into it. Now, England don't have an easy group. They don't have an easy run in after that for these Euros. But I'm not going to talk about that first. I'm going to talk about whether I think our squad is good enough. I think England's squad for this Euros is more than good enough. You know, there's depth, but not defensively. Attacking wise, we have people like Maddison not even in the squad. Grealish is injured at the moment, but not in the squad. Sancho, because of injury as well, not in the squad. You've got Sterling, Kane that are in the squad. Foden, Mount, all these kind of players that are there. They will bang the goals in. Kane will definitely score goals. Golden boot at the last World Cup, first thing I've played to do that in a while. So I think we definitely have the attacking problem there to do it. But defensive wise, you know, our midfield as well, so before I move on, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips did it alright. Phillips, personally, I'd drop out for Jordan Henderson if he's allowed to play by Liverpool. That'd be a good midfield then. But then our defence. Our fullbacks are world class. Our fullbacks are very good. Left back, you know, Chilwell and Shaw, two very, very good quality left backs. But then right back, we have the best right backs in the world. Kyle Walker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Wan-Bissaka, Trippier. That's our four main right backs there. And two of them haven't even been selected for this one, in Arnold and Wan-Bissaka. Arnold has the quality but not the form at the moment. Hopefully he can pick that back up before the Euros. But, you know, we'll talk about our centre-backs. On Sunday, we played Stones and Maguire. Stones at the moment, it's not, you can't even argue it. He's been world class this season. Alongside Ruben Diaz, he's been unstoppable. I think they've scored more goals than they have conceded goals since those have been together. But Harry Maguire is a bit of a liability. Yes, yeah, he does seem to pull out his form when playing for England. He seems to be just a completely different player than he does for Manchester United. But I still think we needed someone new. You know, there's definitely players that could come through eventually. There's players, I'm not saying he will start or play at the Euros, but Fikayo Tomori, playing well for AC Milan, quite young. But then you look at our bench in terms of central defenders. Is there anyone there? Yes, Connor Cody's there and Tyrone Mings could come in. But that's still not world-class central defenders. You look at the likes of Portugal, we've got Ruben Diaz there. You look at the likes of, well, there's plenty of teams that have got good defenders. France as well. I think their defence is fairly good. Not the best, don't get me wrong, but it's fairly good. Goalkeeper, Pickford, Henderson, Pope would probably be our three keepers. Three good keepers. Pope, the first England keeper to not concede in his first 6 games. But I think it'll be interesting. The game on Wednesday night against Poland will be the key one. Yes, they're not very good, but they're the hardest team that we'll have in that qualifying group for the World Cup. We'll see exactly where we're at. And then with the friendlies coming up, we'll see where we're at. Now our group consists of Croatia, the Czech Republic, and then Scotland. Do I think we can get through that? Yes. I think we'll have to beat Scotland, beat Czech Republic, and then get something off Croatia. But people will say, oh, Croatia, they beat us in the World Cup, you know, they're better than us. We beat them in the Nations League after that, and they've just gone on a downhill spiral since then. They've not recovered from that World Cup. Modric isn't getting younger, Rakitic isn't getting younger. I know there's a couple of good players there, but recently I've seen some of their results. They're not doing very well. As a result, I think England will win that group. But it could be in our best interests to finish second. Because if we win the group, we will face the winner of group, or the runner-up of Group F, which consists of Portugal, France, Germany, and I can't remember who the other team is in that, I do apologise. But Portugal, France and Germany. Oh dear. That is the tough group. One of those teams will be going out. However, you think of it, if we have to face the runner-up, it will be most likely, it could be Germany, but it could be France or Portugal. Now France, I could see us beating. Yes, they're the world champions, but you know, they're not great, you know. Who've they really got at the back? They've got a couple of good players. Their keeper's passed it in Lloris. I think Mandanda's been playing recently, he's alright. Mbappe's their best player, but after that, you know, Griezmann, not the best. Giroud's playing, who's quite easy to deal with. Yes, he is a hassle, but you can deal with him. Their midfield again, Pogba, once is a liability again. Matuidi, who plays over in America, could come in. I don't know whether he does play for them at the moment. But they're not very good. Portugal will be the biggest threat to England this year. I stand by that. Portugal are my favourites to win it. Look at their team, their defence. Yes, it's not the best, but Ruben Diaz is there. Patricio in goals, once again a good goalkeeper. Cancelo at left back. Right back, they've got that. I can't remember his name now. He plays for Leicester. I've forgotten his name. The one Ricardo Pereira, that's his name. Plays at right back. 3 world-class defenders there, if not very good defenders there, out of a back 4. I think Jose Font's the other one who's not very good, but it's made up for by Ruben Diaz. Their midfielders, you know, Bernardo Silva's there. Jota, he can play on the other wing. I think they've got a couple of good central midfielders that I've probably forgotten who they're. Bruno Fernandes, let's not forget about him. He can play in the role just behind the striker. And then João Felix and Cristiano Ronaldo up front. That team is capable of winning the Euros. They won the last Euros. This team's better than that team. They are definitely my favourites for the tournament. However, if England can avoid them, maybe play France or even play another easy team if they don't get drawn against them, there's not really many other teams I'd see winning this tournament. France and Portugal, the 2 hardest teams, and they're both in the same group. England are probably in that bracket, possibly 3rd out of those teams. Belgium, yes, they're good. But once again, they're inconsistent. Czech Republic, they drew with away the other day, 1-1. It's not going to be easy for Belgium. You know, yes, they've got good players, but Eden Hazard, possibly their best player in the last 20 years, is currently out injured. De Bruyne is there and Lukaku's there, but whether they can connect is another thing. Their defence is bang average. You know, Vertonghen and Alderweireld aren't getting younger. The goalkeeper, not very good. Not Tim Krul, I'm talking about Netherlands now. But their goalkeeper's not very good. We will talk about the Netherlands as well, who once again are another team that aren't playing well at the moment. England are possibly, if they can get it right, have the best chance in 50 years to win this Euros. Can we win it though is the big question. Yeah, anyone can win it, especially England. We have to be in it to win it. There's no doubt about that in my mind. You know, you can't say to an England fan now, can you win it? No, we're negative. Yes, Southgate likes a defensive team, but you look at us, when we go forward, we could play well. Kane's going the other day. Luke Shaw put it in that area. Luke Shaw back to his best is a good thing to see. I think out of 10, the probability of England winning the Euros is about a 7, maybe an 8. We're not the favourites, but we are up there in the favourites list. But you know, there are some good teams in Europe at the minute. Possibly the best nations in world football at the minute are European. Probably always have been, other than Brazil, maybe Argentina. But that is basically where this video is going to end. Do let me know in the comments whether you think England will win it or not, and let me know why you think that. There will be a watch along for the Poland game tomorrow night, probably starting around 7 o'clock, 7:15. We'll get Lewis and Davin again. We'll chat all things England. Hopefully England can win and keep their qualifying going. Only 3 games left now until we do hit the Euros in June. Another thing I do want to mention though is England will be playing all 3 group games at Wembley. Now people say without fans, there will be fans for the Czech Republic game hopefully. But even without fans, England know Wembley. England play there all the time. They know the change rooms, they know it, they're familiar to it. That's all I'm going to say. They know Wembley. Other teams come in there and be like, whoa, this is big. England just play there every week. Especially Scotland, you know, Scotland don't play there often. They play at Hampden Park and half their team, their players, don't play in a very high level. Lyndon Dykes plays for QPR. Churner plays for Southampton, who yes, they play in big stadiums, but come on. But yeah, anyway, that is where this video is going to end. Please do subscribe down below. I will let you know of a challenge now that I've set myself. If we hit 1,000 subscribers by these dates, I will ride to some certain places. Now the first one is Wimbledon away. If we hit 1,000 subscribers before that date, I will be riding to Wimbledon away for Pompey's game there. And then the second one is the playoff final for League One. If we hit 1,000 before then, I will ride up to Wembley on my bike with Dad. And if we hit 1,000 before my birthday on the 25th of July, I will be riding there. And we could do it for charity as well, but please do share the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, can we get 10 likes? And I'm going to set myself a challenge of hitting 275 before the end of tomorrow. Anyway, that is where we're going to finish this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the watch along tomorrow.